What's going on, fellow A-plussers? It is I, your host, Adam Perez, back once again with another video for you guys, doing a little bit of a special edition of A-plus Hero Report for you guys today, as it's been DC Fandom Day. Day one, or I should say 4 hours of DC Fandom wind up dropping today, but with it, a plethora of goodies for us to certainly talk about today, from the Batman trailer to the Flash trailer, Shazam trailer, Black Adam trailer. I mean, the list goes on in regards to all the goodness that we wind up having today. So we decided to go ahead and just make an evening of it, if you will. Grab your wine, ladies and gentlemen, maybe your beer of choice, sit back, relax, and let's talk some DC fandom today. But it's not just myself here. Not at all. Not at all. Today, we also have Indy Uchiha. What's going on, Indy? Good to see you, man.
Man, it feels so good to be back. I feel like I've been MIA in action, but
Listen,
hey,
this is like a Indy sneak peek before you see him hopefully tomorrow. A+ Hero Report. Do we have you tomorrow?
I called off just so I could be here tomorrow.
I love it. I love it. So we got a little bit of a sneak peek of Indy here tonight, man. Thank you for joining me, man. You know, the plan originally was to try and do what we did for DC Fandom last year. We had 2 days of it, so it was definitely a humongous thing for us to tackle last year, but we had a hell of a great time. And so when they announced it here again, I honestly thought that we were going to get ourselves a whole entire day's worth of it, maybe even 2 days. But they decided, how long was the convention, the virtual con? Was it like 4 hours today?
3 hours and 58 minutes.
Oh, okay. So just under. So I've been fascinated. My day has been super busy, man. And so it actually kind of made it a little bit easier for us to kind of tackle today, because we were able to go ahead and get a lot of the posters, concept art, trailers, and stuff up on our Facebook page. And perfect timing, but then also have time to go ahead and gather our stuff together to just talk about DC fandom as a whole. So in that sense, I guess it does make it easier for us to definitely talk about and not be so strenuous. But I thought it'd be really great to go ahead and dive into DC fandom today. So yeah, now Indy, you did have the opportunity of watching the entirety of DC fandom. Unfortunately, I literally just caught up like an hour ago on all the trailers. So you were really the main one in charge of following along with everything. So I know you're going to be like our guide this evening through some of the topics that we're going to talk about, man. And I really want to ask you a big question. Did you like this year's DC fandom or last year's better, if you had to choose?
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I like the format of last year's for the simple fact that it was a scheduled format. I think when it was last year, we felt like even though it was scheduled, it was a little bit rushed and jumbled. Like the way things were switching, the way they had things planned out, because we would have something going from, let's say, 11 a.m. to 11:15, and then 11:15 to 11:20, and then anything we're interested in wasn't happening again until 1 o'clock. But it made it a little bit easier to be able to give a detailed analysis on what was going on, because we knew where we were going to be. Now with this, it felt like it was more organized in what they were doing, but I was sitting there watching stuff I didn't care about and couldn't get out my seat because I felt like I would miss something that we needed, because I had no idea how long something was going to happen. So this format was a little easier to digest, but if it was still scheduled, even in the 4-hour basis, so I know when I need to come back, but I know what they were doing. They wanted to keep viewership up. So we should have known that the Batman trailer was going to drop last.
It's going to be the last thing you see, man. Absolutely.
But they were going to keep you there sitting in order to be like, hey, when's it coming? When's it coming? Am I going to miss something? And they had some really cool announcements that we had no idea stuff was happening. And it was cool, but it was just something about the 2-day event and being able to just sit there and enjoy something for 2 days, like looking forward to it. And it felt more like a convention. This felt like more like a Nintendo Direct, or like one of the E3 things that Microsoft,
like a gigantic presentation, like, look what we got coming out soon, here's a new trailer type of thing. I totally get you.
It felt less like a convention. It felt less like people were actually, like, fans were involved in what was going on. A lot of it looked and was pre-recorded, so we were just getting stuff thrown at us. It just felt like one big, this is what you have, look forward to. Nothing comes out till next year.
I get you. Yeah, I could definitely see the difference for sure. That I was, because I remember even leading up to this weekend, I was like, is there a schedule out? Like, how am I supposed to know when something's dropping? Because I'd like to be able to maybe schedule around my day, sort of thing. But listen, if they still want to go ahead and present that stuff to us, the idea here that they at least had something organized and well planned and played out, like you said. I mean, those presentations that you talk about, those E3 presentations, are usually really well put together. So I really can't complain about that. It's just clearly them tackling this concept a little bit differently. So unfortunately for me, like I said, I really didn't get the opportunity. I wind up having 2 hours of APlus Morphinominal this afternoon, 2.5+ hours. I had a meeting directly afterwards, and that was like a 40-minute drive both ways. So I'm scrambling to get back home just to go ahead and catch up on all the behind the scenes featurettes and trailers for all the stuff we're going to be talking about. So yeah, man. But I appreciate your thoughts on that on the weekend for sure. Because it sounds fun though. It did definitely sound like it was fun. So Indy, let's go ahead and dive into our first sort of stuff. What did they start off with for the day?
They went, okay, we're gonna make you sit here. If we're gonna make you sit here, we're gonna give you something special. They jumped off with a featurette. I'm not even gonna say a trailer because it was a featurette. It was only about maybe 15 seconds of actual footage from the movie, but they jumped off with Black Adam.
Oh,
And
that was the first thing that they hit you with?
That was the first thing they hit you with, and it was pretty interesting because they took us behind the scenes, and it was kind of like Aldous, Noah, Quintessa, even Pierce Brosnan, talking about their characters, and then talking about how they viewed The Rock and how he was born to play Black Adam before they went into giving us a little featurette of basically us seeing Black Adam on the screen for the first time. So it's going to be like the first time that anybody encountered Black Adam in the movie. And
it don't go well.
It don't go well, but at all. Like, but The Rock, man, when they showed this, we actually got screenshots from it.
Oh, nice.
And when you see him look like this, it kind of reminds you of, you know what I'm saying, the wizard Shazam. You know what I'm saying, when he first comes in contact with Billy and he's got the hood on. But yo, The Rock is solid. Like,
yeah, he looks great.
He looks 2 times the size he was when you saw him in any Fast and the Furious movie, my guy.
Yeah, he does.
And it doesn't look like it has anything to do with the suit. I mean, just look at
he's
that build.
Massive. He's massive.
That puts that Shazam suit the same because that's all man under there.
I'm ready to see Zachary Levi and Dwayne Johnson square up, man. I want to see how and Zachary Levi is like no slouch. I mean, he puts on muscle pretty good. He looks pretty great in his Shazam costume, but I can almost guarantee you it'll look like Black Adam ate a whole entire Zachary Levi for sure.
It was weird because we saw Black Adam first, and then by the time they got to showing us like the Zachary Levi stuff, when he was a presenter, so he was talking, and they showed him he's in his little button up with his chest out, you know what I'm saying, showing his chest hairs, and you're looking like he's really small. it was kind of like a Tyler Hawkins standing next to a Brandon Roth in Crisis, and you're looking like, why is Superman so small?
Oh, poor Tyler. Hey, listen, he's jacked up for Superman and Lois.
He's way bigger now than he was then.
Yeah.
Somebody told him like that wasn't a good look.
But no, the Black Adam stuff actually looks really great. Getting an opportunity to see Pierce Brosnan with the Dr. Fate helmet looks clean. Absolutely love it. Even seeing Aldous when he's talking about Hawkman, and you get the opportunity to see his like symbol and thing. Oh my god!
And then you kind of see the wings come out.
Oh my god, it looks great.
And then they didn't really show Quinta the Cyclone. We just got that quick, you know what I'm saying, look about what was going on, because I don't think they really want to show her in full effect of what's happening. But
we actually did get hit with a copyright, by the way, because when we posted the Black Adam and Hawkeye helmets, somebody had taken a shot, I guess, behind the scenes, like they're all hanging up on curtains and stuff. We posted it because we found it on Twitter, but yeah, WB was like, no, take that down. I guess they wanted us to wait till FanDome.
But surprisingly, the release date for the movie was way earlier than what I thought it was going to be.
What did it turn out to be?
July 29th, 2022.
Ooh, yeah, I was not expecting that. I was thinking maybe like late 2022. I'll take a July date any day though.
Yeah, so that's very interesting to me, that date and the fact that it actually releasing before Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Really?
Yeah, the Fury of the Gods doesn't even come out to 2023.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Okay, all right, that'll be interesting to me then, because I would be interested to see how Black Adam winds up leading into Fury of the Gods, if there is a connection there, or maybe any Easter eggs in the sequel for Shazam. That's pretty cool though. I didn't know that. Man,
Yeah.
July. I do wonder also if they've been seeing like the box office. I don't know if it's always been scheduled for July or not, but I do wonder if they looked at the box office and they see that people are going back to the movies. So they maybe if they did have a later date plan, maybe they said, you know what, hey, let's try and get out there this summer if we can, if the movie's ready, if it's going to be ready by then. But I can't remember if it's already set. Marcelino says, hopefully Black Adam and all the other Justice Society of America become more involved and active in the DCEU. I believe so, especially since there are pivotal characters in the comics. Yeah, I think if they can do them really well, I think it'll definitely give DCEU or Warner Brothers the confidence to tackle more of those characters, because the JSA have such a rich history when it comes to the comics and being like, part of the very first set of golden age heroes during that time. It's really cool for me. I think the idea of at least getting them a chance to be highlighted a little bit more, and maybe help just add and build to the lore of the DCEU.
And there's another thing I want to say about this. You remember how last year we were watching it and we felt like the television shows were secondary? Like
Mhm.
like they weren't nowhere near as important as what the DCEU as the movie verse was supposed to be. Like they were just, oh, these are them things that people kind of like to watch. It wasn't like that this time around. It's like DC understood what fans like, because the CW shows, HBO Max shows were in the forefront. Like
Mm,
even when they're doing the intros, it's Batwoman next to Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
they're
cool.
doing the whole thing to show the presentation. Um, the Flash television show was everywhere on this, which kind of make me scared, because now it kind of feels like they're saying goodbye to it. We're gonna put this in your face as much as we can, or how he finally got his gold boots, like type thing. And I'm like, that's kind of scary. But from announcements to shows that are coming to just showing the whole thing, there was a big Green Lantern. Like they just said nothing about a Green Lantern show, but the Green Lantern was everywhere. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? During the
mm.
presentation, through everything lighting up, they did a real celebration. You got Wonder Woman coming up on her 80 years, and
Oh
they
wow.
made sure they did a big thing about that, and they did a big tout about Superman. It was really interesting in how important Superman and Lois. What is it? It's Superman and Lois, right?
Yeah.
That Superman and Lois, how important that was to them, and
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
and pushing that to the forefront. Stargirl got a big, you know what I'm saying, celebration about what's going on with that. Doom Patrol, like they were on everything. Titans, with the announcement that you put up of the season 4 of Titans.
Yeah, that's right. They did go ahead and announce that they have a next season coming, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, despite maybe like 2 episodes this season, and I haven't really cared too much about. I've actually really enjoyed it and thought it's been a pretty solid season and rather enjoyable. I do think the gritty nature of this season has really helped it a lot. So it's one of my favorite seasons that they've had so far.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, the tide also has changed. I mean, I think the idea of just us having streaming, everything that's happened with the pandemic, right, has really kind of pushed a lot more interest into just television, and your streaming service. So those are now big and positive entities that they do have to care about and actually pay attention to, because that content that you're creating that might be on CW will eventually make its way over to HBO Max, right? So a lot of that stuff, you need that stuff to really appeal to people, and so and be just as big of a focus as it is with the movies. If anything, those are probably what's been keeping them afloat, as they're trying to struggle and kind of gather their feet with their movies. So you're absolutely right. The television side definitely is a big factor and importance for them.
yeah, definitely. With that, they went right into, after talking about the Black Adam news, that's when they went into like the TV shows.
Oh,
So
okay.
with blew my mind. I was so happy to see this. I forgot about it. is one of the happiest moments in television watching I have for DC. They announced season 3 for Harley Quinn.
Oh,
And
nice.
yes, we got a Harley Quinn season 3. We got Harley Quinn wearing the Suicide Squad t-shirt.
I love it.
um,
I wonder if she'll talk about her mission. Is it
and
connected like that, you think?
I don't know. I don't know. But it was funny because it was her and King Shark, and she was talking about footage that she had King Shark still footage from DC to show it FanDome, to show that her show was coming back on and that it wasn't canceled. So like they made a whole big joke about it, and it was hilarious to me, man. It was just in that it's something about that show that is just perfect in her character. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I did see King Shark talking. He sounds super familiar. Is he a comedian?
yeah.
I think I've seen him before. I think I might have seen him actually in the improv out here in Addison once. I think he might have came out here one time. I think he also hosts a show on like Vice, I think, like a
Ron
cooking show or something.
Funches.
Ron Funches. Yes. I love, oh man. That's that's
Yeah.
him.
He one of my favorite characters on that show. It ain't Harley Quinn. It's him and it's Kite Guy. It's
Okay.
Kite Man or whatever it is. Like those two are friggin' hilarious on that show. They also announced a Battle of the Super Sons
Ooh.
show.
Ooh. Oh, a
That
show? Like, wait,
yeah.
what are we talking here?
We're
Details. What we got?
talking animated show coming to HBO Max.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that excites me. Damien?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Did they show any concept art
They
at all? Or?
showed nothing but that. That's all they showed. So I don't think it's something that's happening anytime soon.
Animate. Did they give you any vibes as to like what it's gonna be? Like, is it gonna be goofy like Harley Quinn? Is it gonna be like a legit animated series like we got from back in the day?
They said it's going to make everybody who's fans of these characters happy. They kept it real close. Like they kept it like it hasn't even been green lighted. They just wanted to talk about it type thing. That's how it was.
That has my attention 100% right now. That has my attention.
Of
Holy cow.
course, they show clips from the Aquaman.
Ah, yes. Did you watch the chapter 1?
No, I haven't. I didn't know chapter 1 was out.
It's on HBO Max right now if you want to check it out. Chapter 1's out.
I didn't even know. But I'm very excited for it now after seeing like the clip that they had. It was a clip where they had him and he was supposed to capture Ocean Master, but I guess somebody else got Ocean Master. And and he was like, well, he's gone. We're done. It was like, but he has the Triton. God, and you see him throw a fit. They showed a lot of the reels from like when he sat on the throne for the first time. And he's like, there's not another throne.
He can't get comfortable on it or something like that.
Yeah.
Like shaped like a seahorse.
Yeah, and it seems like something that doesn't take itself serious, but still has a good story behind it. And that's what I was afraid of, that it was just going to be like that stick comedy and wasn't going to lead to anything. But the fact that it actually has a story behind it is what makes me want to watch it. So I'm actually going to check it out.
Yeah, I definitely started it. It does definitely throw you off with the artwork. I mean, if you're familiar with Adventure Time, then this certainly might be for you. But if it's an art style that kind of throws you off, I mean, there definitely is like wacky and goofy moments in here. But I think what kept my attention really was some of the humor's not too bad. It's it can be cringy at times, but there is a story, and it does kind of follow something, and I really kind of appreciate some of the characters that they managed to kind of create in the series. So I haven't finished it yet. I think it's only like 45 minutes. I think I might have. It was late at night when I started it, so I probably got like 30 minutes through it. But I want to finish it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing that I thought was really cool and it was surprising to me because I thought this show was dead in the water. They announced a season 3 of Pennyworth exclusively on HBO Max.
Bro, HBO, what?
HBO Max.
What did Stars like cancel it or something, or
I don't
like they just had their streaming rights?
I don't know what they did. They said the first 2 seasons will hit early next year, and then sometime next year you'll see season 3.
That's crazy. Listen, I've heard great things about that series, and I've yet to watch it. But I feel like people that I've heard watch Pennyworth have really enjoyed it.
I'm interested in it now just because of the love that Alfred's been getting in the comics as of late, especially in the Justice series. So to him have a background and be who he is, that Pennyworth is making him out. Like, I read the synopsis of the first season to see if I wanted to read it or not, watch it or not. But at the time, I didn't have that station, and I wasn't paying for that station. It come into HBO Max. Well, I have Stars now because of Hills, but Stephen Amell give me to buy anything. When it come into HBO Max, I really feel like it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, catch a life
Get a
of its
bigger
own
audience. Yeah.
and end up with a bigger audience and actually get the respect that it was supposed to have. They also announced Doom Patrol season 4.
Damn, they just dropped the 3rd season. Okay.
They announced Titan season 4, which you
Uh-huh.
had Nightwing himself in the car with his daughter. He was trying to get her to do it, and she kept saying season 3, and he's like, no, season 4. Forget it. We're having a season 4. You heard it here first. You could tell it was so unrehearsed, and then
That's funny.
he was just on his iPhone in the car,
Brandon
just to make the
Thwaites.
announcement.
He's a great Nightwing, man. He's a great Nightwing.
He really is, and I think fans of Dick Grayson really respect the way he's doing the character. When we first heard it and we first saw the trailer for the first season, we were all like, "What?"
Yeah.
But especially after what was, you know what I'm saying, up and down with season 2, season 3 has been light years better than what season 2 has. And I think that's been because they took the time to get it right. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it. And they're building villains. They're doing everything right they should do. If you guys really want to know what season 3 is about, go watch Adam's reviews.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Go check that out. He does amazing reviews for that. Like, if I miss an episode, I don't feel like watching it, just watch his review. He breaks it down very well. But they went from the television shows into the games, and they actually showed us gameplay, which you guys can go check out because we're not going to post it here because we don't want to get flagged.
Yeah, no copyright here.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Oh, how did that look? Did they show gameplay and stuff?
They show what I think is gameplay.
Okay.
Would it be in next gen? I think it is. It's kind of hard to seem like more CGI, but they gave you more of the storyline of what's going on behind the scenes. Some type of influence, which looks like it might be Brainiac taking over the Justice League and the Suicide Squad being tricked into going in, and then they find out that their real job is to kill the Justice League. They had funny quips with the Penguin. If they're gonna have stuff like this in this game, this sold it for me. This is something that I would stream just for comedy like this. They had a scene where you have the Suicide Squad, and I guess they have Penguin, and Penguin's trying to set them up for something. And so they're all pissed at Penguin. You have old girl put a bomb in the back of his neck, right? And so they're mad at Penguin. So they push him like out the door where he's supposed to be, right? And then they're calling her, like, "Oh my God, Penguin's on the run!" And she just electrocuted him. Did I get him? And it's like, no, he got up. He's still running. You missed him. Did I get him? And like everybody's taking a turn getting him shot. Then it gets to King Shark, and he's like, and then Amanda Waller's like, "Is he down? Did we get Penguin?" And then King Shark's dumb self is like, "No, we didn't get him. He's running. Blow the bomb in his neck."
Oh shit! Did he kill Penguin?
No, it just cuts off.
Oh
you don't get
no!
To see and then you see Harley Quinn looking at like, what?
Oh my God! You think it'll capture like the essence of the movies and stuff, just humor wise?
I think that's exactly
even better.
I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. So it looks pretty interesting. It looks like that's going to be the multiplayer game you play with friends, and it's just something that y'all can sit back, laugh, and be goofy with, but still have the intricate things going on with the gameplay in order to keep you into the game.
Okay.
So
okay.
it kind of feels like I don't know, because they really didn't show too much gameplay, but I'm interested just from what they showed me, because if it's something I can laugh at. No, they didn't give a release date. They didn't give a release date, but they also showed us Gotham Knights and gave us the premise of what's going on with Gotham Knights. And I'm gonna tell you, this looks amazing because they introduced us to the villains of the game, which what everybody suspected it would be. It was the Court of Owls.
Oh,
and they're
nice.
going deep into the lore of the Court of Owls, and even further than what we get in the comics.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
so yeah, so they
I was gonna
broke that.
say, I felt like Scott Snyder got pretty deep in the comics too, but to
Yeah.
really expand on that, that's cool.
So they talked about how they had the connection to be able to talk to, what I'm saying, different writers, illustrators, to make sure that they got it right. And this game looks flipping amazing from that aspect, just to be able to get into that story. And I'm hoping it's where uh Batman gets abducted by the Court of Owls and gets turned into a Talon, and everybody thinks he's dead. And then I'm hoping
Mm,
it's like this person they keep fighting, and then they find out it's Batman at the end. Because I'm just waiting to see that reaction from, what I'm saying, the Bat family when they notice that the person they got to take out, what I'm saying, is Bruce Wayne
it's
himself.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah, that'd be pretty
Yeah,
crazy. That'd be
yeah.
pretty crazy. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing some gameplay for it. But yeah,
We're gonna have to send you an Xbox so that you can start
I
gaming.
you know I gotta get
Ma- ma-
yeah I definitely gotta get my gaming back on. I still got my Xbox One, but that's you know
Nah, we gotta at least send you a Series S, so at least you can get, what I'm saying, you have to worry about your Xbox One like frying when you're trying to when you're trying to play a newer game. We'll
yeah.
call it a baby. We'll call it a baby shower gift. We'll do it the dad baby shower gift.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe I should need to put that on my baby registry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna throw that
definitely.
on my registry.
Then we got a couple of concept arts
Oh, okay.
from some big things. Batwoman,
Oh, oh, Batgirl.
Batgirl.
You
Ba-
know, Leslie Grace, I just saw an interview with her. I know she's new. It still trips me out, dude, that this is literally only going to be like her second film ever. You know, it still trips me out. I'm like, I wonder what competition she beat out to get this role.
I think it was just that she said she'll dye her hair red.
Oh, you think that? I mean, but it almost feels like it's naturally like that.
Yeah, but I think she's going the red, like the
Oh,
Batgirl red. I think she's doing it because she
Batgirl, right?
said, because that's one thing that they guaranteed. They said her cowl will be her. They said her cape will be purple, her hair will be red.
Interesting. Okay. All
So
right. We'll see what they create. I'm curious to see what this Batgirls. Put that Batgirl concept up real quick again. That's and what did they say anything outside of that? That's like that was it, huh? Just quick concept, like boom, hey, we got
quick,
this coming.
quick, quick concept art. That's what they gave
Okay.
us. It's just something that's coming.
Okay.
Because I think they know they got the interviews with her going out, and then I noticed right
Yeah.
after that, IGN posted an interview with her. Like right after the concept art came up, you started seeing all these interviews go up that people were having with her. So that was
Oh,
something that
that's
was
cool.
timed
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, for real.
Then we got concept art for something else. We not only got concept art from this, we actually got an interview from the person who is playing the character of Jaime
Jolo?
Reyes.
Jolo?
Is that his name? I can't
Okay.
pronounce it. I was
Oh,
trying to leave it to
yeah,
you to
yeah.
pronounce. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah. I think it's definitely Jolo. I think it's Jolo Mariduena.
I
I
still,
believe
I
that's his
still,
name.
I still call him his name from Cobra Kai, so and people understand what it is, so we're
There
good.
you go for it.
But we
That's
got
cool.
an
I have to
interview.
check that interview.
Yeah, it was only like 5 minutes. They were talking to him about him coming into the world, and then they were talking about how representation of the character of Jaime Reyes and how much it means. You know what I'm saying? In what I'm saying, society as of today. And then he said that the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle costume will be the best looking costume you have ever seen of all
Bro.
superheroes
Bro.
when it comes on film. And he was like, I haven't even seen it yet. But he's like, I can guarantee you that.
Yo, I love it. I love the confidence in this man
Yeah,
already.
and then they hit us with the concept art.
I mean, bro, if you could pull that shit off, he's not lying. I mean, if you can really pull that off, he may not be lying when we actually see a live action version of that. That's pretty cool. Cord Industries is now granted, listen, I'm not too high up on the Jaime Reyes origin story in here, but
Mhm.
is his suit Ted Cord? I thought it was like an alien thing or like an Egyptian thing, but
It's a scarab.
a
He ends
scarab,
up
right?
getting, the scarab puts the suit on him. The scarab ends up getting attached to like the back of his neck or something, and the scarab is the one that pulls the suit on. So it's kind of like I always relate Jaime Reyes Scarab to the Guyver, if anybody remembers that
Hmm.
movie. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That to me is like the exact same thing.
Okay, so but I'm curious. Do you think that that's something that they would tackle as a true origin story, stay true to the comics, or do you think is an opportunity where they introduce Ted Cord as like a creator of the costume itself?
I I honestly, if I put my money on them, Ted Cord being a different version of the Blue Beetle and coming across the Scarab, and some way Jaime
Mm,
Reyes ends up with it, and then he adopts the name Blue Beetle with like Ted Cord as his mentor.
I can see that too. I mean, who knows? Maybe it is something like the Guyver, bro. Like maybe he does have a scarab and he's been experimenting with it and like nanotechnology or some shit that Ted Cord's into. And like you said,
Yeah,
Jaime gets a hold of it.
yeah.
That would be
And,
trippy.
and then they hit us with the best announcement of the day, because they did an interview before they started going into the Flash content with Grant Gustin.
Oh,
And
okay.
talking to him about how it is to be the Flash, and Grant Gustin started talking about how he can't wait to see the movie. So they're using the popular one to get the other one over again, just like.
Again. Again.
And then they
Oh,
asked him,
people don't like Ezra Miller. Here, let's just put him in a Flash episode opposite of Grant Gustin. Everybody will love that guy then. Yeah.
well, before we move on, Marcelino says, "Do you wish they used Ted Cord instead?"
I think this is the right move. I do. I listen. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Ted Cord Blue Beetle because I'm just an old school guy like that. So yeah, I've always would love to have seen either Blue Beetle in some form. Like I would love to see a Ted Cord Blue Beetle in an Arrowverse. Like that. That feels fitting to me. But
Me
I've always wanted to see a Ted Cord in the movies. But I think this is the better and smarter route to go, honestly. And if you can still fit Ted Cord in there some way, it's a win win.
Yeah, definitely. I think the money line is to go with Jaime Reyes, especially with the popularity of his character in Young Justice. I mean, they did a whole
And he
season of
could
Young Justice based on his character.
and who knows? And again, not to get ahead of ourselves here, right? I mean, the movie still has to be good, but that was key for Marvel, bringing up B level characters to become A level characters. And if you have a young star like Blue Beetle, and the fans happen to love the movie, bam, you've got yourself at least somebody that can stick around for a good 10 years. You know what I mean?
Not just that. You cast somebody who's a fan favorite of a phenomenon, you know what I'm saying, coming with Cobra Kai in the role to start off with. So you're
Mhm.
already bringing a fan base of people, of young girls who are going to follow him wherever he goes.
Probably. I mean, be real, yeah.
And so all you have to do is have him on in the movie watching an episode of Cobra Kai, and then something stupid happens.
I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. That concept art looked fantastic.
Yeah, but they also, and like I was saying, when they brought in Grant Gustin, who gave a incredible interview and was talking about different things going on with the Flash, and the most exciting, the thing he was the most excited about when it comes to this new season of the Flash, the gold boots.
Yo, they really just highlight his boots in this poster. Like that's just where your focus goes. Look at this
He-
big ass leg of
yeah,
mine. Got like these
he
boots?
he has been adamant for
Really?
a while about getting these gold boots, being as comic
Okay.
accurate as possible. And I'm not even gonna lie, I like it. But
I mean, I definitely want to see it in live action, but yeah, I get it.
I like it, but it makes me feel like, because the costume is getting completed, that we're coming possibly to the end of the series. But they're putting so much hype on Candace Patton and different things like that, especially from the Flash, having them talk about the Flash movie. They had Candace Patton for every news flash they have for any type of thing they wanted to talk about, whether it was the Batwoman concept art, different stuff like that. They
That's
had her
cool.
doing that. They had them
That's
so
genius.
involved that I feel like they know that they're going to keep that around for a while. Like they're trying to tell you this isn't the last season. Like it may be coming to an end soon, but there's more story for us to be able to tell.
Well, see, they haven't mentioned the idea of season 8 being the last season, though, right? I mean, I feel like they would let us know that if that was the case going into this season, but who knows?
You never know with them. We get halfway through the season and they'll look at the ratings and be like, "This is the last season."
Well, I mean, hey, maybe it'll be off to a good start at least. We got that 5. I mean, maybe that's what they're counting on is that 5-part crossover event or
Maybe
whatever
m
to
maybe we can get our Green Arrow Canaries back
I
off
mean,
of this, hopefully. That
that would be great. That would
I
be
was
great.
hoping they would announce something about that, and they didn't.
Well, maybe
Just let
after
y'all know.
the yeah, maybe
Yeah, just let y'all
after
know.
the episode, maybe they're
But
holding off on it.
we did get into some amazing Flash, and this isn't
Whoa,
concept.
whoa. Okay.
This isn't concept. This
You
is
just hit me with the flash out of nowhere.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is movie, and it led into Grant Gustin like leading into this, and it led into
Gotcha.
him leading into Urza Miller, and Urza Miller was talking about, and I just want y'all to just gaze at the beauty of this costume. That's why I'm leaving it up. Urza Miller talking about how he wanted to have a trailer, but they didn't have enough footage ready. How he wanted to put together a sizzle reel, but they didn't have enough ready. So he worked with his director to put something together for you guys to see, and hopefully he'll see you in theaters soon, or you'll see him in theaters soon. He looks so like depressed that they didn't have a full trailer.
He did look pretty bummed out. I was wondering, I was like, what is he? I was like, what is my man rocking? I mean, but he's got such a unique style about himself and personality. Like he's just an odd dude. But you know what? Hey, man, live your life. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely living his good life right now. But yeah, I saw the trailer of this, man. I still got to see more of the costume. It's really dark. I'm gonna need to see a little bit more of this costume before I'm fully invested in it. Um, but it looks good. It looks good. I'm okay with it. The glowy lines. I'm gonna have to get used to that a little bit here. But
And
is this, I literally had to look at this shot. Is this two Ezra Millers?
I think it's two. That's what it looks like. It looks
Like
like
a
two Ezra Millers. It's two different Flashes and Supergirl.
Yeah, and I actually think that's a Bat Flash or something like that. I believe they mentioned that in the some
Bat,
article that I wind up
Bat
reading.
Flash.
Bat
That
Flash or Batman Flashman. I don't know what they call
that
it.
better not be Red Death.
No, I don't believe so. I don't think that's what I don't think that's what I read in the article itself, but
Okay.
who knows? I mean, they could be holding secrets from us. You know how they play around indie, so who
Well,
knows?
I'm
But I
hope.
love seeing Supergirl in this shot. I'm so glad
Yeah,
that they included her in here, man.
I'm so waiting on her. It looks like the Flash is putting a team together to go do whatever he needs to do, but the whole concept of Flashpoint is fully in here, and the whole thing is through the whole trailer. You got Michael Keaton
Narrating it. Oh my
narrating the
god. Gave me
entire trailer,
fucking goosebumps,
and
bro.
and you
Goosebumps.
you end with you end with Urza Miller's Flash asking, "Are you in?" And you're just looking at the back of that uncomfortable call, the one where his neck doesn't move, where his head like he got a broken net and his head only goes in one direction.
I hope they made it a little bit easier for my guy in this costume this time
Yeah,
around.
so
You know,
that
I will say this. First off, I love the narration from Michael Keaton in this trailer. I love the fact that he's like talking to Ezra or talking to Barry, and he says, "Look, you can go to any time period, any universe that you want to. Like, why are you here? Like, why do you want to save or help this universe?" And I love that being a question because as he's asking that question, you see him creep up on the back of his mom inside of the house, and I think that it kind of explains a lot there. So there are definitely feels like they are at least keeping true to that concept um, for Flashpoint, which I certainly appreciate. But I am also interested to see what Barry is certainly going to mess up, right? Because he can go to the future, he can go to the past, he can go wherever he wants to. I love that very direct question from Bruce Wayne. Feels like a very Michael Keaton and Batman thing to do. So I'm so fucking pumped for this, man. And I love the shot at the end where you've got one of the where you got one of the Barry Allens, and he's just in front of the covered object, and he
mhm.
slowly looks over to it and he just grabs it and gets to pull it away. It's definitely the Batmobile, but I'm so mad that they cut it off before that, man. I really wanted to see
Like
a glimpse of it, but you
I,
know it's coming.
I feel you on that because I was like, we already know what it looks like. We already know he's in the movie. You can just show it to us. Like, stop joking with us. Like, just show it. You know how long I do not want to go back to watch that movie to see that Batmobile. I want to see what it looks like now with 4K cameras.
I love the way that this is shot. It feels very Andy Muschietti to me. Like if I go back and rewatch the It movies, his style definitely is very much into this. It does have very dark tones to it, which I definitely appreciate. But yeah, I really want to know what the main storyline is going to be. Like what happens, why is he that I mean, no, I know he's got to recruit his heroes and stuff, but man, I cannot wait to see how this all comes together. Supergirl looks great, by the way.
Yeah. I want to know if he's gonna recruit our Flash, CW's Flash.
Fucking
That would
Grant
be.
Gustin have a moment. I will ask, do you still think we'll get that moment in this movie or no?
I
From
think we
the
should. I think it's taking too long for it to really have an impact. Like if it
Mm,
was but it might have been long enough that people forgot about it, and you know what I'm saying, it will still have that impact. But I think the conversation shouldn't be the same thing. I think something enough's changed, whether it's been in the TV show or enough change in the movie, that the conversation should change. It shouldn't be the same conversation. It should be something because time changed. That conversation should be different.
I get you. I get you.
So
Yeah, I will be interested too to see yeah, but if anything, that costume. There are images in here that you pulled up, like this one in this view, absolutely love it. Not sure what type of material that is, but I dig
mhm.
it. It looks great. Even this one, a little bit hard to see. The headpiece looks
Weird.
yeah, a little bit big in the temples, but I feel like that's an issue that even Grant Gustin had the first couple seasons until they really kind of perfected it a little bit. I think it's just a weird shaped sort of of helmet, but but I could rock with it. I might be able to rock with it. And then get an opportunity to see this one. While it does certainly look CG, it looks clean just because the lights aren't so glowy. But they also had a shot, Indy, where he's approaching the house to his mom's house or something like that. So you see the back shot. It looked a little bit odd from the back shot. So I don't know. I need to see a little bit more of the costume itself, but I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm open to it too. I'm more interested in the movie than I was before, and I think it's because of the extra casting that they did. I'm a fan of Erzman. I like a lot of his work, but I don't just see him as Barry Allen. So maybe he gets to play a bunch of different versions of Barry Allen,
Mhm.
and just the Supergirl in here is just not, you know what I'm saying, blowing me away. Which also I feel like Supergirl in here should be able to solve any problem they have to do. So I'm trying to see what they do with her power
Supergirl,
set.
she's not a detective.
Yeah, but I feel like nothing should stop them unless like somebody just has a butt ton of kryptonite.
I mean, we
Like
don't know who he's got to face. I mean, I'm interested to see how I really don't know the full story of like the liberties that this movie might take in
that's what
regards to
makes me think
adapting.
if it's something like Red Death, what if it is a version of Batman that they have to fight, that they're having to take down? Maybe that's why Batman is involved to start off with. You know, that would signify why you need multiple Flashes and a Supergirl. Because I don't see
Mhm.
Reverse Flash, the original villain, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Flashpoint being a big enough threat to have to rally a troop like this.
No, I totally get you. I totally get you. Even my friend Luger, he left a comment on our trailer for the Flash on our Facebook page. He says, "Not a DC fan, but I'm here for this." In
Yeah,
regards to that Flash trailer, man, it definitely got me hyped. It's got to be the Michael Keaton voice.
yeah.
Great tease, man. Great
That
tease. I
that
absolutely love the way that it came together.
whoever said that Michael Keaton narrate this is a genius. Pay that man all of the monies. Whoever came with that did
Totally
pay
gave
him
me
all of the
totally
monies.
gave me goosebumps
Yes.
just listening to him talk. It just brought back Bruce Wayne Batman memories.
And it's crazy because a lot of the movies that we want to see, it was a bunch of sizzle reels. It wasn't even like
Mm,
real trailers. So
mhm.
that was interesting to me that they took that type of
Approach to it.
approach to it. Because even with the Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom, that
Mm.
they gave us a lot of concept art through a
Yeah,
sizzle
that looks
reel,
good.
but it was basically just like Jason Momoa and James Wan came and they just talked, and then they told you that the movie is more mature, but it's just as
I love
fun
the
as the
sound of that.
first. Um, and that we getting Black Manta and Ocean Master back, but they'll have way bigger roles than what they had in the first movie. So we're getting more of what we said was lacking in the last movie. They seem like they're correcting those issues, but they gave us a bunch of concept art. and then told us that the movie drops December 16th, 2022.
Bro, this movie is gonna be fire. I can guarantee. I mean, look at that costume. Like, and it looks even better than the first time around.
Right.
I mean, Yaya is incredible right now. He's in such a hot streak in regards to his movies. He was great in Candyman recently. If you haven't checked it out, but yeah, this concept art looks incredible. You're right. Just listening to them talk about it in the little scissor reel that they wind up putting together, the confidence that fucking James Wan has in this movie, him calling it mature but still capturing the fun, I think is really going to go a long way. Because while I had a lot of fun with Aquaman, the first one, it does feel a little goofy, like it doesn't fully take itself kind of serious, which I'm okay with. It works really well for the first movie. So the idea that they're really pushing the envelope for this one, I'm really excited. And Jason Momoa looks like he's pumped to go ahead and tackle this. Everybody looks ready for all their roles. And I will say this too, even getting the opportunity to see shots of Aquaman and was it King Orm together kind of
Mm-hmm.
surprised me. There was a shot where you see Aquaman and Orm. I guess he goes and maybe takes him off the island because he's got his castaway look going on. There's a shot of the two of them like running into the ocean together. I don't know if that was just the two actors goofing around or if that's like in the actual movie, but it feels like maybe even Aquaman's got to go get his brother Orm for backup or help in whatever he's trying to pull off here. The suit looks great. They're talking about the idea of just broadening the scope of the movie too, in regards to like new creatures that they're going to be creating on screen. Uh,
Yes.
I, I I'm so ready for them. Like they fully grasp the fantastical and they managed to pull off just great storytelling all at the same time with some great characters. And I think this is just going to even be James Wan even diving further into this world, and I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely here for this. I'm not here for a 20-minute desert scene. Th- that to me threw the whole vibe of the movie off. That was just too long to be walking around the desert. For me, it felt like anime filler. Like it was no reason for that to be there. But nah, I'm totally hyped for this movie because I really think they figured out where the movie needs to go, and that they just gonna do this better than the first. Kind of like the last Suicide Squad movie. Everybody was up in arms. The first one wasn't good, it was bad, but the second one was flipping amazing because they understood who the characters were and what the movie should be. So we'll see what happened with this. I'm definitely curious at that December 16th date. So
That's next year, right?
that's
2022.
next year. So
Okay.
right after, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, not right after, but after Black Adam, you're coming with Aquaman and whatever you got in between as far as television and stuff goes. And what Marvel stuff is going to be, you know what I'm saying? If dates get switched or what they got going on as far as Marvel television, what's going on around there. It's going to be interesting because
Man, those are going to
DC
be
DC seems
bangers
like they're
back to
coming to
back.
play.
Yeah, they got some bangers back to back. I didn't even realize that Black Adam. Again, I don't even know what the box office is going to be like or where we're going to be at in the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
But if back in come
Hold
July,
on.
if people are, oh, go
And
ahead.
just to clarify, because I forgot to say this date. Black Adam in July, Flash November 4th,
Same year?
same year.
Oh sh.
Then Aquaman December 16th.
Okay. Okay. I mean, man, that's a run of some great DC movies that like potentially just could be incredible. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
man, just at least just based off of some of the stuff that we've seen so far from the trailers and behind the scenes, their stuff has been looking solid. Yeah, man. Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm really happy about what's gonna
Because
go on.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson's going to bring in viewers. I mean, I feel like he's one of the few people in Hollywood that really can like adjust the box office amount a little bit. If you've got Dwayne in your movie, so
Yeah.
if you actually make it work and it's a great film with Dwayne shepherding that could be a massive film. You got Michael Keaton returning for the Flash.
Flash.
That could be a $1 billion film easy if it's a great story. And then you finish off the season or the year with what was the last movie in December?
Aquaman.
Aquaman with
Women love Jason Momoa with his shirt off.
already crushed $1 billion at the box office, right? That could
Yeah.
be really, man, keep your fingers crossed for DC if you really want to see them succeed.
These are I think it's the best 3 movies to put at that part of the year, because those 3 movies will make money no matter what Marvel movie is put next to it, because the movies are different enough for what's going to happen that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to make it run.
Oh, most definitely.
So that's what I like. I feel like in July, whatever, Marvel's going to have a movie in July, no matter what they pop in July, I feel like Black Adam be the complete opposite. I'll be able to watch and enjoy both of them.
Yeah, and give me like a 2-week buffer, and I'll be cool. I'll be cool.
Yeah, don't have me reviewing them in the same week, because that's going to cause an issue. One of them is going to catch hell if I got to do that. Somebody's getting talked about. But right after the Aquaman talk, we got Asher Angel, who plays young Billy Batson, talking about how he loves playing a character, looking a little bit older, because he is a little bit older. It was a decent amount of time between the 2 of these movies.
Yeah.
And he says Shazam, and then all of a sudden lightning strikes, and you have Zachary Levi standing there. And then he says, "You see what happens? Did you get that?" I can't say it again. And now I'm here to tell you about this first behind the scenes sizzle reel for Fury of the Gods. He avoided saying Shazam, because to keep the kayfabe up, that if he says it again, he's turning back. So that was cool. But Shazam looks like it's going to be a huge movie too. Just because of the Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu, Rachel Zelger, them. It's literally Shazam, the Shazam family, their family roots in Philadelphia. That it seemed like the Scissor World was really, really trying to attach. This is a young family, trying to just be superheroes, and the fact that they're going up against the full DC mythology of gods, that and they're the gods gang of champions, the Chimeras, Cyclopses, magical beasts, all coming to try to stop Shazam. And these 2 women, you know what I'm saying, who are gods, who are coming after, you know what I'm saying, these subpar magical beings. So that looks like it's going to be a joyride, to be totally honest with you. A joyride.
It does look good. I'm a big fan of Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren for sure. Those 2 ladies can bring it any day of the week. So I'm excited to see what they do here. If anything, one of the things that I did appreciate too, it does look like this movie is going to be massive. Like, it's going to be big. I mean, they did talk about like several different locations that's going to be taking place in this movie, where they're going to be traveling to and things like that. It the same thing that I said about Aquaman in regards to the scope of this movie just growing. That's exactly what we're going to be getting here too, in that case of Fury of the Gods. I don't think that they're certainly going to be holding back whatsoever, and probably just adding more lore to it. But we've been following a lot of the set photos from Fury of the Gods. We had some photos. That's a great shot of Zachary Levi as Shazam. There, somebody definitely pissed him off with his like charred costume.
It's got to be a dragon.
Oh yeah, right. You think so?
Got to be a dragon. He still looks smaller than The Rock.
I'll definitely look forward to that.
So he definitely looks smaller than The Rock. I'm like, it just doesn't look the same. Like, Black Adam going first ruined a lot of the costume, like a lot of the dudes in costumes for me, because they all just look super small.
Black Adam literally grabbed somebody by the neck and like electrocuted him until he just fried till he's bones. Like, yeah, that'll leave an impression, man.
Yeah, man. But we got some Peacemaker talk. They did an interview with the Peacemaker crew. And it was like a Zoom call, and they did a little joke where everybody was talking to the fans. You know what I'm saying? They had the Suicide Squad crew come back.
Oh, and that's cool.
They were thanking the fans for making the movie. You know what I'm saying? What it was. And then like John Cena popped up, was like, "Oh, thank you guys, thank you." And it was like, nobody was talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made a whole joke about it before they went into the panel where they were talking about where they had everybody interviewing about Peacemaker. And then we got We got that first trailer, you know what I'm saying, for Peacemaker coming on, and dude, it looked amazing.
It
The
does look pretty good.
the eagle hugging him at the end, and him like,
Dad,
Dad, get the camera.
get the camera. I don't want to move my arms. I gotta say, man, while I know that this is James Gunn, I feel like there's a little bit of maybe a little slight different approach approaching this than he did the movies. I think it'll still work, but I feel like the format and the formula of how he's filming it and setting it up, maybe because it is a television show, feels a little bit different. So it feels more TV than film. But I dig it, man. I think John Cena's got the great humor for it. It definitely works. This is a character that's right up his alley, and I think he's got a great relationship enough with James Gunn, who knows what he can do with somebody like John Cena, and he's really exploiting all his great aspects about him. And I think he's gonna crush this show for sure, man.
And I like the fact that they're bringing a whole cast back from the movie
From the movie,
and just
yeah.
adding you know what I'm saying, an extra character. So
Vigilante looks great, like costume wise. I wasn't expecting his personality though, so I think it'll bounce well off of somebody like Peacemaker though.
Yeah, and then just from the clips we've seen, like the clip they had where Peacemaker came to the dinner and he's got the suit on. It's like, look at him, he came in his full cosplay. He was like, I have to break it in. It's a new suit. You know, like just little stuff like that. And him, this is where I think the aspect of him having to wing stuff when it comes to wrestling and different stuff like that pays off, because we see it work for The Rock all the time, no matter what mode he's in. And John Cena just fits this character perfect, because it's the character, it's the way we looked at him the entire time he played his John Cena character.
Yeah.
It's how we felt about him, and he just playing that character that, you know, what we called him, the douche, Captain America. That's the exact character he's playing now. This is the heel John Cena we always wanted.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's probably why it works so well for him.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad, man. Yeah, you're right. The fact that his supporting cast is directly from the movie, great continuity there. Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun series, man. I can't remember how many episodes they said that we're going to be getting, but it does look great. What's up, Ricky?
We just popped in, as Indy would say, not my Flash. Going back to the Urza Miller stuff. He is not an Urza Miller fan at all.
Not a fan. I mean, he probably got turned off immediately when he saw Ezra Miller pop up on the screen and introduce the trailer. He's like, "Oh, this guy again." It's like, probably just missed the whole trailer.
No, like, why does he have a choker on? That's what threw me off. I was like, he's standing there with a choker on. I was like, that's just the most random accessory.
He feels like he's just the most random dude. I mean, that's what he just feels so random.
Yeah. Grant Gusto was like, why do I have to plug this dude? Like, I'm the Flash, not him. It should be my movie.
Shout out to Nathan also for coming through, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got next?
We got two more. You already know what we're saving for last, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta keep people around like DC FanDome.
This was very interesting because this is something that I heard about, but I hadn't researched a lot. I don't even think we talked about this on Hero Report. Ava DuVernay, who we know is doing the Naomi show for the CW, right?
Yeah.
She's working on an exclusive for HBO Max that's only going to be 4 episodes long, starring Rosario Dawson. It's based on the comic DMZ. It's going to go by the same name. It's like a dystopian series comic that they had. And from what we saw and from what they showed us, dude, it looks like it's going to be really, really good. And they did this, you know, because Rosario Dawson is hot right now. Like, coming from Star Wars, everything she's doing. She's in the new Clerks movie, you know what I'm saying, with Kevin Smith. She is really hot right now and what she's going on. And for them to just add another series for HBO Max, another DC property, and let her do her thing, and it just shows you to me what Ava DuVernay producing and directing, how much they trust her, you know, to do something the proper way, because this is going to be so far from what Naomi is. So I'm kind of interested in a 4-episode series.
When did they say that was dropping?
They didn't,
because it looks like it's almost wrapped. It's production.
Yeah, they didn't even say that. But for anybody who doesn't know, DMZ follows a medic who becomes like a symbol for people in demilitarized Manhattan Island during the Second American Civil War.
Oh, okay.
So
Damn.
it's something that'll probably hit close to home, depending on where
Yeah,
we're at by the time it
for real.
drops.
For real.
But they follow that immediately with our first look at Naomi.
Naomi. Yeah, I did get a chance to see this. Yeah.
So what did you think about that?
I would have loved to have seen a little bit more. If anything, I mean, it was cool that we got the Superman nod. I think she's like in her class and she winds up getting a text notification from her friend saying like there's something like a stunt going on or something like that. And it was like involving who? And she just sends Superman symbols. So Naomi starts running. But I think while she starts like hearing these noises, it feels like monster noises or creature noises. I'm assuming, if anything, maybe it's an invasion going on. Maybe her people have located her and she's coming in, and Superman's the first one to kind of encounter them. But just I mean, if you're not familiar with the comic book or story, people probably won't know what's happening. It felt a little vague to me, but
It felt really vague.
it felt very vague to me.
For anybody who was on the fence, who will possibly on the fence about that movie, about the show, and haven't read the comic, they're totally confused.
Yeah, this doesn't interest me at all. Like in that sense, like if I didn't know Naomi's maybe origin story or the concept behind her, just seeing this as a trailer, I'd be like, "What is this? A new Superman series or something?" I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, and then I was like, it'd be pretty quick for a crossover to happen. Like crossover
Yeah,
first episode.
I literally was thinking, like, is Tyler about to just land in here and like introduce himself and stuff? I mean, that would be kind of cool to build off of that world. I mean, based off of just the quality that we've seen when it comes to HBO, when it comes to Superman and Lois, you got somebody the quality of Ava DuVernay doing something like Naomi. That would be a cool link and connection, though. I think. You think they would pull that off?
Yeah, I think they could pull it off if they wanted to, but that's one thing that I wanted to say. The quality of the clip we saw
looks great.
Was amazing.
Yeah, it looks great. I did for a second, it didn't look like it was your definitely didn't look like your traditional CW show. Similar to
like
how,
a movie.
Yeah, similar to how I think when Stargirl hit us for the very first time, we were like, oh, look at that, they're putting money into this series, right? It didn't feel like a CW show. And then the same thing happened with Superman and Lois. And now it's like they just, it's becoming the norm now. Like they just keep getting better and better quality here. So yeah, it did not feel like a television show.
Yeah, but I'm still excited for it.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah, it was just a bad first swing, I think.
I read the comics, so I know what we could be in store for. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
and then they say what was the best for last. And I know you watched this trailer.
Yeah, I watched it like 3 times at least before we came out here.
Yeah, nah, I think I watched it more than that.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Because
I was just crunching everything in an hour, man, to try and get on here.
Yeah, I kept rewatching the scene of the hallway fight when they were shooting the guns, and it was like,
God,
dude,
fucking gorgeous.
Like I was cool. Like I was watching, like okay, and then that particular
that shot comes, and you're like,
shot comes in, and I marked out.
Yeah.
I never thought it would be a scene better than the Daredevil hallway fight in the first season of the Daredevil Netflix show, and they just topped it. He's
like, that could be the whole entire scene, and I'm cool with that shot alone. Yeah, the cinematography in here is absolutely gorgeous. Great scene selections for sure. The same effect that the hallway shot had on me was another shot in this movie, and it was the end of the trailer. We've got the Penguin and all the explosions in the back, and he's like, I got you, and all of a sudden the fucking Batmobile just bursts through the flames. You see it land and then collide right into the back of his vehicle. Oh my god. And then just seeing him come out the Batmobile, seen upside down, walking through the fire. Come on, bro.
Whoever decided to put that scene, like flip it upside down, but keep Penguin right side up, and to have like the Batman logo like fading into it. Whoever is the editor on that,
incredible.
Yo,
Incredible.
Yo, like I there's gonna be some video, some music video we see that rips that off like tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody will put
Somebody
that in
is
the
taking
music
that
video or
idea.
something.
But
Just great visuals in here, man. Like really lasting, moments and shots in the film that will always kind of come back to you. Like Matt Reeves, that feels like a master at that. I mean, you just look at his Planet of the Apes stuff that he wind up doing, but there's just so many shots in this trailer that are not only beautiful but so compelling, and you want to see more of it. Yeah, man, and Robert Pattinson is Batman looks incredible. You know who really surprised me in here though? I don't want to say surprised me, but like you knew she was gonna be a badass bitch in this movie, and she came through. Zoe fucking Kravitz, incredible, man. She looks great in this movie.
yeah, yes, she does. She does, yo. And the interview they had with the two of them before this came on. This right here to me, when he's just looking up, all the dirt and filth on him. You don't know what the hell he just went through, but he looks like he's ready for more. Man, this
Definitely.
this is the Batman we always deserve. And I've seen nothing but a trailer. Going back to him standing in the middle with
I'm
the
glad you
with
got
the
this
with the
shot.
marks. The sins of my father, Savage, renewal is a lie, Mitchell, no more lies, Colson. This just watching him just have to deal with everything, the aggression, and just seems like he's taking all of his anger, his hurt and despair out on everybody. Watching him
Hmm.
when he slammed the dude against the wall and he's like tasing his neck while he's holding him, and he just doesn't look satisfied. He doesn't look happy. He looked like he's not inflicting enough pain. And and then the
That's a
talks that
great one.
Alfred is having with him, telling him, you know what I'm saying, trying to tell him not to lose himself. Just it just looks like
It's a
Bruce
very
Wayne needs to
raw.
go, yeah, needs to go into a fight club and let some of his aggression out. I
Yeah,
can't
this
wait to
is
see what he does, man.
Yeah, me either. And again, hearing just Matt Reeves just talk about it, even just in interviews and stuff, you're right. I mean, the fact that this it's not quite an origin story. We're not seeing a very well developed. I mean, we're not seeing a very well developed, Batman that's been into this business for years. It's literally based off of like Batman's first year, right? Like he's clearly harboring still a lot of pain and aggression and grief. And rage, like you mentioned. And so to kind of see how he puts that into how he wants to dish out his form of justice in a way, it looks brutal, and I cannot wait to see it. And I think also the fact that we've got so many characters in here, not just the Riddler, but Penguin, Catwoman, and I'm sure more people are going to pop up in here, getting to see the position of where Batman is in his career, where he's got Gotham terrified because he's still such a mystery, and still like the GCPD still trying to figure out who is this guy, that's still on, still pretty new on the scene, and what that relationship is probably going to be like with Jim Gordon. I cannot wait to see this movie, man. I think Matt Reeves has just got his head so well wrapped around at least the noir detective concept about Batman, and then just that. I think he's picked a very smart time period in Bruce Wayne's life to really explore. And you just combine that with the grittiness that Matt Reeves brings. It looks really good, man. And the soundtrack is incredible for this too.
And thanks to Todd McFarlane, we might have a look at what the suit looks like in full effect.
Oh,
Do we want to see
do
that
you
right
have
now?
it? Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
I don't like his jawline. I need to see that a little bit closer. But I do
Well,
like the costume though.
yeah, I like the cape. I like how the cape is going over on top of the cow,
Yeah.
almost similar to how Doctor Strange's cape, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
goes on the
Uh-huh.
top of him.
Uh-huh.
I like the functional like military look that he has, but you can't help the jawline. That's Robert Pattinson's jawline.
Well, it says design, not final. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they somebody chiseled that a little bit better. We'll see how it looks. But yeah, no, the costume looks great. They has a lot of great shots in here. Couple point blank shots right at the armor. You just see him like bounce back a little bit. He eats it, no problem. The costume looks fantastic, and I'm glad that they at least gave us a little bit more of a glimpse of the Batmobile this time around, because it
Oh,
looks it
wait.
looks mean. It looks mean on the road. I absolutely love it.
Especially jumping through that fire, you know. That I can't wait. I can't
it's gonna
wait.
be great, man.
This is gonna be the movie. It might be. I don't even remember what friggin' Disney has coming out for Marvel anymore because right now this seems like the movie.
When is the release date? Did they give it again?
Let me check for you. I just had it. Because they're done. Where'd it go?
Oh, March 4th of
Oh,
next year.
yeah, March 4th of next year, and Patty Jenkins confirmed that she is working on Wonder Woman 3.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right, nice. So she got Star Wars and Wonder Woman 3 for sure on her belt.
Yeah, so somebody said I'm sorry to her.
We promise the next movie will come out in theaters.
Yeah, somebody apologized. Yeah,
Man,
March of next year. So we got March, July, November, and December for DC.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for DC. I really want to see them be successful. Like, it's only but so fun to kick somebody while they're down for so long. At some point it's like, come on, dust yourself off, WB. Let's give this another shot. I know we've all had fun taking shots at you, but look, you got new management. Now, yeah, at least did the Zack Snyder Justice League stuff. Thank you for that. At least I'll take it, even though I want more. I appreciate what you give me. But it seems like these sequels that we're going to be getting in some of these new movies, they feel pretty exciting to me. They've got some great stars that I think a lot of us like. They've got some proven directors and writers before, on board with them. And yeah, I'm eager to see what this looks like, man. I will say this, I I feel like there's less Robert Pattinson haters out there these days. Do you? I don't hear people chirping as much as they used to. And I feel like I'm curious if these two trailers have really kind of made them okay. Maybe I'll at least wait and see what this movie is like. Because I think Robert Pattinson's, just from the trailers alone, I think he's going to be doing a pretty good job in this movie, man. Him and Matt Reeves both seem like they've loved working with each other, and they feel very much like they've been on the same page the entire time. I mean, I'm sure, Indy, you've seen on the internet just a bunch of rumors in the past, like, oh, Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves, conflicts going on, they don't like each other, things are happening backstage. But I tell you, man, if this movie feels like everybody's on the same page to me, at least the way that they're talking about it, it feels like we're good to go here, guys. So I'm excited for this Batman movie. I truly am.
I really am too. And to me, it just feels like Batman and Spider-Man have become roles that like modern society judges their acting and then decides whether they're great or trash. Like there's no in between. Like it
Yeah,
can't be the
yeah.
script is bad or anything like that. It's the actor ruined everything. And I really feel like Robert Pattinson is going to give us kind of like, okay, Toby was dope in the role of Spider-Man. Andrew wasn't bad neither as Spider-Man. One was better as Peter Parker, was better as Spider-Man. I feel like our young lad today merges, you know what I'm saying, the best of both worlds, and he rides that medium. That's why he's a fan favorite, you know what I'm saying, in the role. I feel you're gonna have the same thing happen with Robert Pattinson. He's gonna merge what we love from the Dark Knight series to what we loved out of everything else. We're gonna see a version of Batman that we never seen before, and hopefully he doesn't use a Batman voice.
I mean, he sounds pretty good so far.
Yeah.
It hasn't sounded too gritty. It feels like it's like in a really good sweet spot. I really don't mind his voice. It doesn't sound like he's using an amplifier or something like that. Can barely make out what he's saying, sort of thing. I think his voice fits the role perfect.
Yeah, and I really feel like we got a Batman now that this movie is going to be successful. There's no not successful about it. This movie's going to make money because it's Batman. All Batman movies make money. So I really feel like we have one that we can grow with now, because this is the way we're seeing this now. This is the Batman that I would love to see go up against the Court of Owls in live action.
Oh yeah, I'm sure somebody like Matt Reeves could really tackle something like that.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it. We got a lot coming from DC next year, not only in the movie realm, but also animated film, because they talked about Injustice again. They talked about all the TV shows and stuff they
I
got
also
coming.
heard that they talked a little bit about Batman the Cape Crusader
Yes, they
animated
did.
series.
They did, and it looks really good.
Yeah, they talking about like Bruce Timm, the originator of the first Batman animated series, coming back, teaming up with J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves, trying to bring back that like noir style Batman once again in animated form. I think we got something special on our hands with that Cape Crusader series too. It's
I
looking
think
pretty good.
I think we're gonna have the rebirth of Batman to where we've been Batman to death for the past 20 years, and I really feel like they have a situation where it's going to be so different that it's something that we don't have to deal with.
I get
You
you.
so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to everything they're doing because it seemed like they trimmed the fat. They trimmed the fat and they're actually giving us what we wanted in the first place. We didn't really need a Justice League movie. This is the type of stuff we wanted. The thing about DC is that their individual characters stand alone enough that we can have individual movies.
And they didn't do anything for Green Lantern series or a movie here, huh? Like I guess they really wanted to maybe keep the information that they talked about tight and neat and stuff that was going to hit you within the next year or
In
so.
like the next year or two. Like they
Yeah.
kept everything that was coming out next year or two, but they did, like I told you, it was a lot of flashes of Green Lantern. They made sure they showed Green Lantern and Justice. They
Mhm.
made sure they showed you the flashes of Green Lantern and Stargirl. They made sure you saw Green Lantern. They just didn't talk about Green Lantern.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
So
Nice, not too bad then. All right, well, congratulations, DC fandom, you did it again. So yeah, you definitely got people talking for sure. We'll see how long. And I'm sure, again, if you guys want more details and more information throughout the weekend, check us out over on our Facebook page, guys. A Plus Opinions over on Facebook. We post all the news there, all the interviews, details about the movies, posters, trailers. You can definitely check about it all there if you guys would like to. And we do have a live episode of A Plus Hero Report tomorrow, going live at 11 a.m. Also, we definitely have some other topics, non-DC fandom related, to definitely hit you guys with for tomorrow. So definitely look forward to that also. But yeah, and was that majority of all of DC fandom?
that was majority of everything.
Everything. Nice, bro. Nice. I thank you very much for guiding us through the tour that was DC fandom and breaking all the hot stuff down today, man. So thank you very much, bro.
I appreciate it. Love the opportunity to be able to do so. You already know how I feel about these A pluses. You know how I feel about Hero Report, man. So I'm just here to do what I do best.
I feel you, bro. Well, thank you very much, man. All right, guys. Other than that, Indy, I think that'll go ahead and do it for us. But yeah, guys, again, if you want to go ahead and join us tomorrow, going live 11 a.m. Central Time for A Plus Hero Report. But if people want to reach out to you on social media, where can they find you, sir?
At Nerd Mix Alpha everywhere. It's the same thing no matter where you go. At Nerd Mix Alpha.
Awesome, man. Of course, guys, if you want to follow us right here, up here at A Plus Opinions, very active over on Twitter, along with our Facebook page, as well as Instagram. You can definitely check us out there. And if you're watching us over on our YouTube page, feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. It definitely does go a long way, guys. But other than that, that's going to do it for us here today. But we'll certainly see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, do us a big favor. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep it A plus. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. If you enjoy our content and want to be a part of helping our channel grow, become a patron supporter. We have affordable tiers to choose from that offer a variety of exclusive and early access content, from audio files for all of our shows for you to enjoy on the road, access to our Discord community, and plenty of reactions, reviews, character breakdowns, and more. Check us out at patreon.com/aplusopinions. And as always, remember, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so anytime we drop a brand new video, you will be notified.